I literally just finished my first and only. I'm a 1-cup coffee kind of guy. I've tried the 2-cup, and it sends me over. I'm literally like kind of shaking. Trav popped in. He's like, hey, this company Magic Mind sent us these little elixir bottles.
Really, really cool design on their logo.
It looked legit, and it looked like a little mini smoothie.
Matcha, natural ingredients.
It had that organic, natural look, and I was like, hey, all right, I'll give it a go. Popped it down. Flavor was fine, actually, like not bad. I like that kind of
sweet.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, Trav dropped one off at my house, and I just like the fact that it's just one swig. I'm not having to guzzle a whole cup of coffee.
No, it's not like a big old kale shake or something that you're like, good Lord.
A great little shot to the brain.
Both Dan and I had it at the beginning of
probably
of a school
7:40 in the morning.
Yeah.
I usually drink my coffee around 6, so coffee had kind of done its thing, and I was like, let's see how long this lasts. And I felt noticeably a little more pep in my step. I'm sure my students appreciated it.
You could supplement your morning caffeine, your morning coffee. You can have this with it. You could try to replace it.
Yeah, and you don't need to lug around a heavy canteen of coffee. You got a little elixir in your pocket.
Yeah, I don't know how many
ounces. Pull it out when you're feeling you need that pep, and it's a nice little swig.
Helps you do what you want to do. So, during this month of January, Magic Mind would like to offer you 1 month for free when you subscribe for 3 months, and you can do that at magicmind.com/JAN, hold your horses. That's lowercase and one word. So that's at magicmind.com/Jan, hold your horses. And if you use our code horses20, then you can get 1 month for free when you subscribe for 3 months. Also, at the start of 2024 in January, they are now at Sprouts Farmers Market.
Oh, wow.
So if you live close to a Sprouts, hop on in there.
I would imagine at least
tell them we sent you.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay? They probably won't know what you're talking about, but
tell
that's
them about
okay.
us. Tell them about us.
Yep.
Yep.
And then stroll right on to where they have the Magic Mind. Buy yourself a few of those and get ready for increased focus, productivity, creativity. The sky is the limit.
Yep.
An all-around better day.
Yeah. And I would imagine if you were to have one of these right before listening to Hold Your Horses, you would laugh twice as hard, twice as long, and you'd probably listen to it twice.
As much.
The episode two times.
Two times.
Two times in a row.
Two times in a row.
They're warming up.
Okay.
Yeah. We should tie my shoes.
Yeah.
We're wearing the same shoes.
Little twinsies. Yeah.
I can't lift my shoe to show you.
Okay.
Are we looking this up, Trav?
I'm just getting ready.
How does this work
I'm
anyway?
just getting ready. As the kids say, Tom is cooking over there.
Do they say that?
They're starting to. Cooking, apostrophe.
Yeah.
Meaning
no G.
to do hard work.
Oh, really?
To be inspired.
That's lit.
Mm-hmm.
Fan.
Maybe it comes from Breaking Bad.
I never watched it.
In the fire.
Dun 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 dun. Ladies and gentlemen, all rise. The nervous groom bites his nails,
so cold
smiling. Where's
Literally.
the bride? Where's the bride? All eyes look back. She's not coming.
Her?
Why?
Then in the distance, through the double doors, runs a little maiden. Barefoot.
Cold feet.
And everyone looks over. And she says,
I'm not ready for a long-term commitment.
Yeah.
And she sprints into the
And then a
sunset.
guest turns to the other guest. She must have gotten cold feet.
Yep. And then another guest stands up. I'll marry you. And it's one of those like romantic movies where it's like, oh.
And she confesses that throughout the years.
But then she comes up, and then the guy runs away.
Oh.
And then the person leans over and said, he got colder feet.
Mm-hmm.
Freezing feet.
Froze foot.
Froze foot.
But then those two people eloped really quick, and they had hot feet. because it was like fast.
Yeah.
Like a shotgun wedding. Hot feet wedding.
Woo! Yee!
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hot boots.
No.
Hold his toes above the fire.
Oh.
Hey.
You son of a gun.
So, here is where we're at with this episode.
Where are we at?
It's my idiom, and we're talking about to get cold feet or cold feet. Mm-hmm. One has cold feet.
To be cold-footed.
To be cold-footed. Would hobbits get cold feet?
Hobbits have a nice layer of hair.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they're proud feet, actually, mostly.
That's true. That's one faction of them.
Mm-hmm.
Proud feet.
Yeah.
Proud feet. Lubbles.
Proud foot.
Proud feet.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that little guy. Tell you, someone's feet are cold right now.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Because the door is open and I can't shut it.
Can't shut it. That's okay.
But the heater's on by my feet.
It.
Have you ever had a cold feet situation?
A cold feet moment. Does it only refer to like weddings?
I think that's the most popular.
Yeah.
Can you get cold feet before a performance?
Or surfing.
or
standing on a frozen lake. Yeah.
I think you can get cold feet. Like, I thought Joe was gonna do the interview. I don't know. I think he got cold feet. I think you can get cold feet.
Okay, for anything.
Like,
well, I don't know about anything. Important things.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Important things.
Big
like,
thing.
I don't want to get
events.
up. I don't want to get up and face the day. I've got cold feet.
I've got cold feet. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't want to go. My kid's like screaming upstairs, and my wife's like, "Hey, will you go check on him?" I'm like, "No," and then she finds out later. Why didn't you go up there? I was like, "I got
cold feet."
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how far.
I don't want to go to school today, Mom.
Cold feet.
I got cold feet.
Yep.
Because they have a presentation or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I think it's
Backing
like building
down
towards an event.
Yeah.
You get cold feet.
For events.
Right. You've been planning this trip to the Bahamas with your best friends for years, and then last minute, the guy bails.
Did that happen to you?
Not the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
But what would be crazy is if only he knew that the cure to his cold feet was the warm, sandy beaches of the Bahamas. Because if you put your feet,
if he could only get there, it would warm his cold
feet.
I think actually I've already stumbled on an educated guess, but I'm gonna let you keep kind of introducing.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. So it's when you're nervous for something, and then usually it is that sort of big event that requires some sort of either commitment in the context of wedding and binding for life to another person, or you go out on stage and you're supposed to sing or give this monologue or something like that.
That's when the cat's got your tongue, I think.
That's true. The cat, and then you get out there,
like,
you get over the cold feet.
Yep.
Get out there on the stage, and then
pop your
nothing
feet
happens.
Into a hot bucket of water.
Put some extra socks on.
Yeah.
So, being nervous, I think where it comes from. So the visual that I get is that it is getting out of bed. Okay, but it's back in the days where they wear those like little burlap sacks as as a nightgown. Or
right.
Where are we?
I'm thinking
London,
much
1642.
a shed like this. No insulation.
Right.
The wind is howling through the boards.
Gaping door.
And Pa has to get up and feed the pigs and whatever, do what. But
wet slop.
But he swings his feet over the bed and goes to plant them on the ground, but the ground is frozen, literally frozen, because it's built like on dirt and frozen
tundra.
And so then he quickly just jumps back into bed. And cold feet.
Mm-hmm.
And the cold.
You don't do what you were going to do.
Why didn't you feed the pigs today?
Or me.
Yeah. Are you gonna provide for your family, Pa? I've got cold feet.
Where's the porridge?
And you will soon.
Where's the fire?
Wow.
So that can just quickly turn into a cold heart, I think, if you let it progress up into your soul.
I mean, eventually, hopefully, but back then,
but you just wait
not
for
many
the
survived
sun to come up.
Yeah, exactly. Where are their socks? Where are their shoes? I don't know, but but that's what I picture. Okay. Yeah.
But it's a final, like in the wedding analogy. It's not like a half hour goes by and actually I feel better. Like let's do this thing. Like it's over. Like you're running away. Yeah. You're not waiting for the little feeling to come up and make your heart dance. Let your toes get cozy. You're just like, no, I'm out.
See ya.
It's game over.
Also, another one. Okay, really dark, a little more macabre.
They're
dead.
Oh, cold.
The
dead
morgue.
Feet.
Toe tags.
Take them out of my cold, dead
people on the slabs, and then
like
feet.
To see you pry it off my cold, dead feet. Yeah.
Right. That's when.
Where's my toe ring, Butch? No, that's his name.
Okay.
We don't have to bleep that one out.
No, it's a name.
Okay. Fine. Use it how you want.
Oh, that's how they check.
You can pry it off my
cold dead toes.
So I think that also might be a valid.
Yeah, like he's not showing up. He got cold feet. Oh, really? He wasn't feeling good? No, he's dead. We found him in his bed, and was everything cold? Like he got cold body.
Particularly the feet were
He got cold body.
We started with the feet.
We
obviously.
know that the feet are the furthest away from your heart on your body. So those, when you die, go cold first.
Exactly.
Common fact.
Circulation.
Worked at a morgue for one summer.
That's how frostbite happens.
What? Worked at a morgue for a summer.
Just volunteered.
Wow. Didn't even have to sign up.
Just doing research.
So let's hear about your educated guess.
I mean, I think that the wedding one, I think that there must have been a time period where brides were more frequently bailing on the ceremony, and they
because of the arranged
marriage time.
Of it.
I'm thinking of like I don't know when arranged marriages were more popular, but maybe 17.
Yeah, but could you bail on an arranged marriage?
Well,
Those are like
really.
That's tough.
Hold your toes above the fire on that one if they get
you.
I think today, where it's more like I do what I want when I want.
You think it's a modern?
I think it's a more, I mean,
either way, I think it started at.
Is
the
it just
wedding.
a girl thing
though?
I
think it started. I think initially it was these ladies were bolting from weddings, and typically they're wearing like heels or something, so they'd take them off and they would run for miles, and their feet, would be like, "Oh, where are your shoes, miss?" And they they ran, bloody feet.
But before they were going to walk up the aisle or whatever,
right?
Their feet were quite
warm. The feet were cold after.
Probably,
right?
Probably a little stinky,
right?
And sweaty.
But the end result was they're gone, and so that timeline isn't important anymore.
I get it.
The end result is the cold feet.
We're all just saying
symbolize,
things, so that's fine. Yeah.
The end result is they're gone. The other one was at some point when a mom would come in, to check your temperature. They would check your feet, and children would soak their feet who wanted to get out of school. They would soak their feet in like a thing of ice, just like the kid would put his thermometer.
What's that
he'd put
bucket
the
of ice water by you. Could that be why you're sick?
And then mom would feel, you feel a little warm, and they touch. Let me check your feet. Oh, and he'd put his feet out, and then the mom would, dear God, your feet are cold. And the mom's
you stay hand home. Would turn frozen.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another guess.
Okay.
But that got the magic mind flowing.
Yeah.
The brain juices flowing. Oh my God. So, okay, so if you can't go to school, right, and you're sick.
Yeah.
Well,
pretending to be sick.
Or your feet, you want to protect those when you go out and play and stuff. Usually that is medically, I don't know, but if your feet aren't covered,
They get colder.
In the extremities, they get colder, and you're more susceptible.
Medically, you don't know.
you don't know.
No, I don't know what's going on.
You don't
I don't know.
know.
Maybe it's
I don't know what's happening.
cold or not.
I don't know how, I don't know the scientific term, but if I don't have my shoes
But when
on,
I'm looking at that
and
thermostat and it's
cold,
32 and I'm barefoot,
there's something.
Something's happening.
something definitely going on.
So then that means that the kid is sick,
Sure.
right? Because they went out and
Sicky.
played
Ugh.
in the cold dark
Mm-hmm.
and had no shoes on, and now they can't go to school.
But they
the
didn't-
cold feet
Right.
led to the sickness.
But that was unintentional.
which leads to okay.
There is a lack of awareness. So I mean, I'm tracking.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
feel like the
Yeah.
cold feet is more like, they got scared. They were scared. They got scared straight.
Straight.
Yep.
All right, you're up.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
'Cause-
just.
Oh wait.
we're just
wait,
all
Did you
saying-
finish?
He's as cold as ice. Dun, dun, dun.
He is closest to
I
the
mean, I
board,
feel
too.
like right now with like the pressure on me
Oh,
to come
yeah.
up with something. Like I have cold.
you're
feet.
getting cold feet.
Like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't even
Say
be
anything.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
kind of feel.
And we've talked about just doing it, the two of us.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The shed.
But yeah.
The shed's freezing in here.
See,
my feet
you
are-
might be.
That was.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, I've
Some more magic.
been under the weather, but luckily I got this little vial of magic mic in my pocket.
Magic mind.
I get it. They'll get the gist of it.
Just buy it. Just buy it.
No, it's just a cough drop. But
Okay, good.
it should be. I guarantee that magic mind would help. Yeah, I can only think of weddings just because that's probably 90% of the time you hear it.
Got cold feet. Got cold feet.
Got cold feet.
You know.
Didn't show up for active duty. Didn't show up to enlist.
That's
Cold
a deserter.
Deserted. Yeah.
It's different. You'll get shot doing that.
Yeah. Shotgun wedding.
Ooh, shotgun
Dessert.
weddings would bring
Deserter.
cold feet.
I can bring
Real
some cold
Yeah.
feet.
You
Those
know.
feet will get warm real quick.
What is that? Is it Paul McCartney? Somebody has a song, Cold Feet. It's not Cold Feet though. It's Cold Feet, cold, 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 cold. Cold.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Can we get him
man.
on the show?
Oh. Paul? That would.
Just anybody
That
who
would
has a
if we
song.
could, yeah. Anyone.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be a part of
There
this?
is,
Am I
there is
right?
a band.
I
You
think
can
people
find
just
them.
want to come tour the shed
Called-
sometime.
called
Like if we
Culture
have fans
Horses.
that want to come by and just
Yeah.
kind of look at the memorabilia.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's.
There's a new skull.
Simon.
Maybe that's been there.
So you're thinking
So-
whenever weddings first started, like Adam and Eve, or where are we going with this?
No,
The formality.
Thinking, yeah, more
The
modern.
industry.
Once it became a big event
Yeah.
and everyone's gathered. I mean, could you get cold feet on a just in a little elope thing where you go to Vegas and all of a sudden like, wow, I was not in my right mind. I needed
was
a little
not
more
thinking
magic.
clearly. Excuse
magic
me.
mind.
Are we going there?
I'm
You
there.
guys have
I'm just
nothing
waiting
else?
for Thomas.
I like
I'm
how short
waiting.
this one is. That one was intense.
Yeah. Well, but sometimes they have different things.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So wedding is our best guess.
I said morgue.
You said a morgue. I said
And the
kid trying
pioneer
to get out of school.
Pioneer people
Um,
in their little houses that are cold.
I mean, I think those are the best you can get.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Eskimos, did they often
But they
try to
had
leave
bundled up
things? Yeah,
feet
they're pretty warm.
Yeah.
out of
Okay.
necessity.
Okay.
All right, so it's between you and me.
Lean it in.
Okay. You go first.
All right, so we know the meaning: a loss of nerve or doubts about a
doubts.
situation. They'd been see, it's a wedding one.
Dang it.
They had been engaged for 2 years, but on the wedding day, the groom. Look
See,
what they did
it
here.
can be both.
I
got
know.
cold
Either.
feet.
They don't
and
make
didn't
movies about
show
that.
up. Often used
Runaway groom?
in,
Up in the air.
relation to marriage, but cold feet has literary beginnings. It's thought to have been first used in the 1862 novel Seed Time and Harvest by the German writer Fritz Reuter.
Oh.
In that book, a card player on a bad streak is fearful of losing all his money. Instead of conceding defeat and walking away with dignity, he withdraws from the game, claiming that his feet are cold, making him unable to concentrate.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Phrase eventually came to mean backing out of any situation,
Backing
and
out
it
of
worked its
something,
way
okay.
from a simple, lowly card game in a book up to a wedding. That seems far-fetched.
Interesting.
Let
me
isn't,
refer to
isn't fetched as far as that.
Yeah.
to get or have cold feet, feel anxious and uncertain about an undertaking to the point of wanting to withdraw.
Mm-hmm.
According to an old Lombard proverb known in England in the 17th century through Ben Jonson's play Volpone, 1605,
16. We're way before
to
this.
have cold feet signified to be without means or resources, a reference perhaps to the fact that the destitute cannot afford shoes.
Oh.
If this is the source of our modern idiom, it is not evident how the expression came to mean nervous and uncertain, nor why there is scant literary record of it until centuries later. It has been proposed that a novel by Fritz Reuter, in which a card player pleads cold feet as his excuse.
What a wimp. Any other
He
excuse?
would have been
I have a
shot
stomach
instantly.
ache.
The first modern use is at the very end of the 19th century in America. The reference may possibly be to an unwillingness to continue a journey once the going gets uncomfortable.
See,
like
my
a
trip
like
to
a expedition
the
across
Bahamas.
the Antarctica. That would be a better one.
Than the Bahamas.
Like they keep trudging, and he's like, "Why? Come on!"
Okay.
And he's like, "I can't keep going." He's like, "Why?"
I gotta give
have
this to
cold
Dan.
feet.
I gotta give this to Dan. A Georgia bride-to-be who vanished just days before her wedding turned up in New Mexico and fabricated a tale of abduction before admitting Saturday that she had gotten cold feet and needed some time alone, police said. The wedding was going to be a huge bash. The couple had mailed 600 invitations, and the ceremony was to feature 14 bridesmaids and 14 groomsmen.
Oh, sounds like a movie.
Your little story about the bride running away, and
Cold feet.
there's something there.
Take
So,
$50.
yeah, that's interesting. The card player who said, "I can't do anything, I have cold feet."
Interesting.
So, dear listeners, as you kind of settle into this new knowledge that you have, I want you to consider, if you are engaged,
To be married.
Betrothed.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations
Yes.
from all of us. However,
Wish you all the best.
if you are unsettled about it, don't wait. Don't wait for the final moment, to pull
Don't
that
do that to
pull
those
that band
people.
out. Don't do it.
They bought toasters. They bought coasters.
People are paying good bread.
Have a discussion months before
Yeah.
if you're having
Be
any
civil.
doubts.
Be civil.
Just get your feet
Sit
colder
down.
earlier is our
Exactly.
recommendation.
Check the temp of your feet as early as possible to avoid big cold feet situations.
Exactly.
Right?
Little cold feet
Just
situations.
like pinky toe cold.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not cold toes is better.
Dip it in the water, see if you like it. If you don't,
Yeah. Back
Then
out.
you know.
then you know.
If you don't know, now you know.
This has been another lovely evening with the boys, and we hope you join us again soon.
I'd like to talk about Runaway Bride. Have you guys seen it?
The movie?
Yeah. Is that with Julia?
Roberts?
Sounds right.
Okay.
I don't know.
You haven't seen it?
She got
I
cold
feel
feet.
like I've
She was notorious
seen
for
it.
cold
It's been a
feet.
while.
I just figured the title.
Yeah.
Julia, if you're listening,
Great movie.
Yeah. Awesome.
Ugh.
That part where you ran.
From
talk to
bride.
us.
Yeah. Give a shout out.
I don't know.
I think the
Oh,
movie
yeah.
was
Okay.
about her, not just one wedding.
It was a constant
But
theme.
this was a thing she did.
Okay.
Was it for money
Like a
and
hired
gifts?
gun?
Ooh. Running from weddings from...
Running from...
Just make somebody look like a fool.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I don't know
Okay.
either.
All right. Just throw that out there. Kind of a modern...
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here. We're just throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks,
See what
really.
sticks. Hopefully that was a dart. Or else it could have been an egg.
Or a noodle.
Those all would stick. If it was
All right,
if it was
signing
wet.
off.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Where's that
Probably
mic?
need some more magic mojo.
I know.
I I don't know.